And joining me on this India Today special broadcast from Paris is Nicolas Barr, Editor-in-Chief of Politico France. Also with me is Vidushi Marda. She's Director of Partnerships AI Collaborative. Let me quickly come to Nicolas Barr first and try and understand from you, Nicolas. Welcome on India Today. What is the key takeaway for you, from this summit? How does one ensure that big tech does not use AI to influence opinion in developing countries? Something that Prime Minister Narendra Modi also pointed out.
Yes, certainly. What we are seeing is that there's a really, it's striking to me. There's really a common language between the Prime Minister and what President Macron has said. You can see that the two leaders are really close on these issues, and if there's a common understanding from both sides, it's there's a different language coming from the vice president, the US vice president. So in other words, Europe is and France in particular is much closer to what Prime Minister Modi is saying and said today than what the US Prime Minister has said. And this is really striking. I mean, when the Prime Minister says that AI must be free of bias, that it must be fair, available to anyone, that all this language, you can put it in the mouth of the French president.
Yes. And that is something that both of them, have emphasized on even in the past. Vidushi Marda, India, as Nicolas was also telling us right now, has been pushing for fair access to artificial intelligence, especially for developing countries, for global south countries. But are AI superpowers and big tech receptive to this idea, or is this then a dialogue of the deaf?
I mean, it's definitely not a dialogue of the deaf. One of the main things that is coming out of the summit is the launch of a new global partnership on championing AI in the public interest. It is deliberately global and it's called Current AI. And the focus here is to ensure that AI systems, data sets, models, accountability measures, and standards are within the realm of not just global superpowers, but everyone. Current AI will be focusing on ensuring that high-quality data sets are made available in critical domains for the public interest, including health and science. We're going to ensure that the best open tools around safety and keeping us safe when we use AI systems is made accessible to all. It's also going to ensure that accountability is a global effort and greater than the sum of the many, brilliant parts that are building towards AI accountability. So, if anything, this is a moment that is showing us that we're at the beginning of a long, collaborative, and global path towards ensuring that AI works for people and communities.
And are China and the United States on the same page? Is the world on the same page on this? In your appreciation, Vidushi Marda, your response first before I bring in Nicolas Barr?
Yeah, so through this entire process, over the last year, we've been in close contact with governments, with industry, with partners from civil society and the technical community. And I think it's a matter of when, not if, in terms of how we all come together and work collaboratively towards this reality. We have a number of country partners who have signed on to the charter coming out of the AI Summit, and also have expressed interest in building together. And it's really a very encouraging sign to see the strength of the room, the energy of the room, and the spirit of collaboration, and that we must all win for any of us to win.